What if I told you that the Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant is a solid replacement for the American Express Platinum card? Would that surprise you? What if I went even further and told you that the Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant card works not only for frequent travelers and Marriott enthusiasts, but also works for the occasional traveler as well? Would you believe me? Well, you better believe me, because I'm about to make the case that everyone would benefit from adding the American Express Bonvoy Brilliant card to their lineup of cards.
Here we go.
For those new to the channel, I'm Richard Debs from R² Travel Rewards, and I'm an avid traveler. If you're watching this, you likely are too, so go ahead and subscribe to see how I use the Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant card to enable this travel habit of mine. The Amex Platinum card is considered by most to be the elite travel card. But how much of that is perceived prestige versus actual value? What if access to Centurion lounges doesn't matter to you? And what if you're a believer that your premium travel card should be in your wallet for everyday purchases? If that's you, then would owning the Amex Platinum card even make sense? Well, the Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant card is about to answer all those questions and more. My experience with the Bonvoy Brilliant card in Bangkok and now here in Phuket has been nothing short of spectacular. Before I get into my Marriott experiences here in Thailand, let me get into the Bonvoy Brilliant card, its value, and why it might be right for you. If you enjoyed the video and wish to give the card a try, be sure to use my referral link in the description or on my website, boomacompany.com, because I use these cards for actual travel and share my experiences with you. I make the mistakes so that you don't have to. The Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant card comes in at a hefty $650 annual fee, but don't let that fool you. With this card, Marriott Bonvoy Platinum status is instantly earned. It also grants a credit of 25 elite nights towards status. Titanium is the next status, which requires 75 elite nights. Let's talk about how you can quickly amass Marriott points on spend. The multipliers. You earn 21 points per dollar on Marriott stays, and this is grouped in 3 categories. 6 points per dollar on purchases at Marriott properties, 10 points per dollar for being a Marriott member, and 5 points per dollar for your Marriott Platinum status. You earn 3 points per dollar on dining worldwide, and 3 points per dollar on flights booked directly with the airlines. And then you earn 2 points per dollar on everything else. Now let's take a look at the credits, but we're gonna do this using 3 different personas because we all use and view these credits differently. Persona number 1 is the occasional traveler. There's a $300 dining credit earned as $25 per month. This is a pretty easy credit to use. It would be unusual to find someone who doesn't spend $25 a month on dining. So immediately, the cost of ownership drops down to $350. There's a $100 global entry and TSA pre-check credit, which should be thought of as $25 a year. I'll take an aggressive approach here and say that the occasional traveler persona doesn't really care about global entry or TSA pre-check. Many of them are among this group.
All right, guys, look how long that security line is. But I'm breezing through my TSA pre-check.
They wouldn't bother paying for global entry or TSA pre-check, so this is valued at $0 for the occasional traveler persona. Next is Priority Pass. We have to treat this as a form of credit. A Priority Pass membership is quite expensive, as you can see here. It can get up to $429 a year, so needless to say, a membership is a pass for this persona. However, it will indeed save this persona at least $100 in airport or pre-airport food each year. So I value the savings here at about $100. Next is a $100 property credit at the Ritz or the St. Regis. Note that there's a 2-night minimum for this credit. So this credit is a hard pass for the occasional traveler persona, as they're not likely to book stays at either of these 2 elite Marriott properties. So the total credits for the occasional traveler persona is $400, with this card costing them $250. Now, persona number 2 is the frequent traveler. So they get to use the $300 dining credit at $25 a month. Same as before, it's very easy and is an automatic yes for this persona. There's a $100 global entry and TSA pre-check credit. This is a critical need for a frequent traveler, so this also is an automatic yes. Priority Pass. Now, unlike with Persona 1, without lounge access, the frequent traveler would conservatively spend $200 in airport or pre-airport food each year. So I value the savings here at around $200. Next is the $100 property credit at the Ritz or the St. Regis. I was just at the St. Regis in Bangkok for 6 days. I'm now recording this video from an SLH property here in Phuket. If you know, you know. At the St. Regis, I did opt for the breakfast option for 2, which is worth much more than $100 per stay. If I were to add up all these credits, that would put this persona at $625. However, the frequent traveler is likely to have at least one other travel card, which offers priority pass and global entry and TSA pre-check. So we'll split these two benefits in half, leaving us with a $113 credit. So the total credits for this persona, the frequent traveler, is $513, leaving the cost of this card at $137. Now persona number 3 is a Marriott loyalist. $300 dining credit, check. $100 global entry and TSA pre-check credit, check. $200 lounge access credit or airport dining, check. $100 property credit at the Ritz or the St. Regis with a 2-night minimum, check. All the rationale between this persona, the Marriott loyalist, and the frequent traveler are the same, except that this card will be the premium travel card for the Marriott loyalist, and therefore they'll reap the full benefits of priority pass and global entry and TSA pre-check, which we value at $225. So the total credits for this persona, the Marriott loyalist, is $625, which leaves the cost at $25. What we've done so far is rationalize the annual fee, but we haven't taken into consideration the full value of the Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant card. So let's get into that. There's an annual free night award certificate capped at 85,000 points, which I'll value at a super conservative $250 for illustrative purposes only. I personally would only redeem this for a $600 room stay at a minimum. Right there, all 3 personas are able to justify the $650 annual fee. Then, once we factor in free breakfast and suite upgrades, all personas earn outsized value. Now, here's an interesting take. Can the Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant card replace the Amex Platinum card? I view the Amex Platinum card as an expensive lounge card and great for paid flights booked directly with the airlines at 5 points per dollar. However, if you don't value Centurion lounges specifically, then Priority Pass lounges would get the job done for most economy flyers. I would also argue that the great multipliers on the Brilliant card could offset the 5 points per dollar on paid flights on the Amex Platinum card. A simple setup of the Built MasterCard paired with the Amex Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant card is definitely worth a look at by the occasional traveler. We know that the Marriott loyalist and the frequent traveler are already going to gobble up this card, but there's a strong case for the occasional traveler who wants an uncomplicated setup to earn points for flights with, let's say, the Built MasterCard and the Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant card for stays with status. The Bonvoy Brilliant has the regular travel and baggage insurance you'd expect from a travel card. The fact that it also lends itself to everyday usage makes purchase and return protection as well as extended warranty valuable benefits. With all that said, I see the Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant card as a solid replacement for the Amex Platinum card for the Marriott Loyalist persona. And I see the occasional traveler persona picking up this card when they normally wouldn't consider owning a top-tier travel card. My experience thus far with the Bonvoy Brilliant card confirms that Platinum status is the sweet spot for me. At the St. Regis in Bangkok, the elite statuses of Platinum, Titanium, and Ambassador all receive the same hotel benefits, and my priority as a frequent traveler are 3 things when it comes to hotels: suite upgrades, complimentary breakfast, and hotel lounge access. The Bonvoy Brilliant card provides all 3. Let's keep it real. I'm new to Marriott and was a bit annoyed that I didn't know to call ahead to request a room upgrade. I didn't get my upgrade in Bangkok, but I remedied that and got it in Phuket. I'm used to Hilton automatically granting me upgrades without having to request them. For those who've been watching this channel for a while, you know that I'm a Hilton fan. I'm not a loyalist, but I'm a fan because I go where I get the biggest bang for my buck. In Zanzibar, I stayed at a beautiful Park Hyatt, as you can see here. In Nairobi, the chic Kwetu Hilton property has displaced my previous Marriott go-to, the Tribe Hotel, to take the top spot when I'm on that side of the globe. I, however, must give Marriott its due. Using the automatic platinum status conveyed by the Bonvoy Brilliant card at the St. Regis in Bangkok is an experience. Once you've experienced private butler service, it's hard to settle for anything less. I really need to figure out how to get private butler service when I go back home, because that's really gonna mess me up. So how do you top a stay at the Bangkok Marriott St. Regis? I'll show you in the next video. Now here's a bonus strategy for channel members only. Let me know in the comments how your Marriott experiences have been to date. This card is a keeper for me as a frequent traveler, but I'll still prioritize Hilton over Marriott because I find Hilton to be less complicated and Hilton's uncapped free night award to be next level. And if you don't believe me, be sure to look out for my next video. Thank you for watching until the end. Since you've gotten this far, it only makes sense to like, share, and subscribe to this channel and become a member to help give it some visibility. As always, take care and be good to each other.
Here we go.